So it's now week 3 of Heresy Launch, and people have finally completed the Drowning Labyrinth quest that is in the Sundered Doctrine dungeon. Upon completing that quest, you get this triumph right here, Hidden Treasures. Complete the Drowning Labyrinth quest to gain the ability to focus gear in the Sundered Doctrine dungeon, and that's what I'm going to show you guys today in this video. Now, if you haven't completed this quest yet, Scaro has a great video on this showing every puzzle and how to complete it and where to put everything to get it done. I'll link that in the description below in case you want to check that out. For this video, I'm going to show you how to focus your gear in the dungeon. So first off, what you want to do after completing the quest is at the beginning, you're going to go into the usual patrol spot right under the pyramid where you normally see a bunch of guardians and a wall with a wheel, yada yada, all that good stuff. When you enter in here, just stick to the left and you'll notice that there will be a paper on a box for you to pick up again. Notice I'm 3rd tier initiate, and now I have fully initiated my, I don't know, secret club entrance. Your next step after doing that is going to be going to the wheel here and shooting the symbols you saw at the end of the Drowning Labyrinth quest. Those 3 symbols are Worm, Give, and Guardian. And upon entering this, you will now have the ability to focus gear. Now when you turn around from the wheel and head back towards the exit, right here in this corner you'll notice that there is a random symbol here that's missing. This symbol will indicate what you're trying to focus. Now just to give you guys an example, right outside as you're going towards the beginning of the dungeon, there is a worm room for you to check out. So we're going to go down there right now, and then I will show you an example of what I'm talking about when focusing the gear. So you go down here, and then this is the witness room, because there's a witness symbol on here, right? So you can now activate this symbol. By activating this, you're forcing the game to focus chest armor, because that's the piece associated with the witness symbol. Now, if I were to activate this and then go back up top, it would show the witness symbol, meaning I'm focusing chest armor. Now, with that said, you may have already noticed there's 9 war rooms in total that you just did for the Labyrinth quest, and guess what? There's 9 pieces in this dungeon. So, each worm room is associated with a piece of gear, and that's what I'm going to show off today, where each room is and what gear is associated to that room. So room 1, we already covered. This is associated to the chest armor, so if you want to get a chest piece, you just turn on this symbol and go do the dungeon. For the other 8 rooms, here we go. The next room is going to be after you fight the first 2 subjugators of the dungeon, and you use this little pillar to go into the next section. So when you drop down right here, just a straight drop down, if you just turn around, there will be an activate button here, which will open up the room. You go inside, and bang, here's the room with the hive symbol. And the hive symbol will give you a helmet. Worm room number 3 is going to be the room where you exit through the waterfall to get to the first encounter. Instead, hop on this pillar on the right-hand side and keep going towards the right. Climb up here. There's a little step you could put on here. It's invisible normally, but then you just go here and then you open the door. I like a fusion rifle for this. It's nice and simple. And then inside the room is going to be Guardian. For Guardian, you get a class item. So, you know, probably never going to use this other than getting your very first class item. Next location is the giant square room. I don't know exactly what to call it, but this is the transition between encounter 1 and 2. You go all the way to the right side, so this would be the normal exit you take to go to the next encounter. Go further down and go towards this bridge, and then this will be another worm room for you to go into for another symbol. Alright, so this one is going to be Give. And for Give, it gives you Gauntlets. After that, the following one is going to be in this death trap section that you always go through towards the next encounter. Instead of going that way, you step on a stone here, which lowers this, and then you go in the room, and then there is the Grieve symbol. And for Grieve, you will get the shotgun. And immediately after that, there's another one at the end of this hallway with the giant death ball, so all you really got to do is parkour yourself from side to side until you get to the very end, and then I will skip to show you what it looks like when you get to the top of it. So here we're at the very end. You want to jump to the right hand side, and then after the next ball comes down, you jump towards this little green light right there, and then you press the activate button. It'll lower the wall, go inside, and here you will see the knowledge symbol. So for knowledge, you get the scout rifle. The next location for the worm is in the first room after completing the second encounter. So as you can see, this worm on the floor here, use that for reference. You're going to climb up, and normally you would go that way to get towards the final boss, but instead you take a little detour right here on the middle bridge section, walk into this corner, and then there's going to be a worm room here. Again, the door you have to shoot. Once you get in, then you would get the worm symbol, and the worm symbol gives you the trace rifle. Worm number 8 is in the worm and entrance room. This is where you align the lenses in this room to get towards the end, and also where the second secret chest is. So for this one, by the worm symbol, you jump onto this ledge right here, and then activate this wall. Go inside, and then you will have the darkness symbol, worm room, and for the darkness symbol, we get the hand cannon. And lastly, after exiting that room that we were just in, go straight forward. This is normally where a subjugator would spawn in. Go into the far right side of this room, step on this little ledge, and then bang, this is the 9th worm room, which will give you fleet, and for fleet you get the leg armor. So assuming you've completed the drowning quest, this is what should happen at the end of a dungeon for you. It shows all the symbols, and then it shows you these 3. The door will open, go inside, get some lore, and also get your reward on the way for whatever you wanted to pick for the rooms with the symbols from the worms.
So the king wields a chisel. With it I carve the tablets of ruin.
I don't get anything because I did not pick a symbol yet. I just wanted to show you guys which ones were which, and that's pretty much it. So target what you want for focusing in this dungeon. Quick editor's note at the end, the symbol that you do pick and activate will also show in this room above the chest, just to confirm that you picked the correct thing, and it's going to give you the loot that you want. And that's pretty much it. That is how you focus gear in the Sundered Doctrine dungeon. I personally am going to go after the hand cannon and the trace. Some of those rolls look pretty good. What about you guys? Do you plan on getting any god rolls from this dungeon yourself? In the meantime, if you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing today. It does help the channel grow, and is much appreciated. If you want to go the extra mile, you can leave a like or a comment below as well. If you don't know what to leave as a comment, you can leave Ayat as the comment. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.